Welcome back to another episode of My Legacy Garage. We're doing C10 stuff today. I want it to move. That linkage, it's all sorts of janky. I'll show you. It's going to require some massaging, but I think we can make it work, which is good because I didn't want to buy a new one. It's about time this thing moves. I got stuff I want to get in and out of here. There's a line, and it needs to happen. Let's dig in. It's hard to see from up here, but the issue we're having is this shifter right here is kind of janky, and it will only shift between third and reverse, and that's it. And it won't move over and shift first and second. So I'm going to have to go down underneath of there. I had already soaked this thing in PB Blaster because it was just rusted into one big chunk. And what was actually happening is it was moving both the shift linkages together and trying to jam it in two gears at once, and that's what had gotten stuck. So let's get under there and see what we see. Welcome to the underside of the truck, where we can see that the linkage isn't really lined up. It's in neutral right now, and that means that these two arms here, they should be in line with each other so that the pin that goes back and forth between them to go between the two gear patterns is in line. Instead, you got to kind of wiggle it to get it in. First, we had to get this all unfroze up. It was all stuck together. And this bolt up here is still a little bit loose. This whole shifter assembly kind of moves. So I need to tighten that bolt up, and then I think we need to adjust this linkage here so that this can come back, and then we can tighten everything back down again, and then it should be all lined up. All right, progress has been made here. We have gotten those lined up nice, and we tightened up that loose bolt there so the whole thing doesn't move. AJ, let's go all the way to the driver's side and forward for first gear. Back a couple times. Forward, backwards, forward, backwards, forward, backwards. All right, put it in neutral. Other side, shift third and reverse. Yep, go, go, go. All right, neutral. All right, let's see if that fixed it, because it looks good down here. Well, I think that linkage is fixed up now. I guess this is where we get to find out if it still will start. And then we're going to find out if it'll move out of the garage, and maybe we'll wash it because it's filthy and it's giving the Jeep here a bad name. All right, we're going to fire this thing up, drive it around the block, clean the bed out, and then we're going to power wash it. Stupid starter. Well, the mission to clean all the junk out was successful. Now let's drive it back around. There you have it. She runs, she drives, she sits here and idles. This should be pretty dramatic. I mean, this thing is crusty. We're going to power wash it and see if we can't make it, semi-cleaner. Shouldn't be hard. It's bad. Listen, if you guys like this kind of stuff, like and subscribe. There's more to come. There's a line of stuff out back that just needs some love. You'll like it, I promise. And if you don't, Subscribing's still free. Doesn't cost anything. It helps the channel out. I appreciate it. Let's get to it. Fire!
Would you look at that? It cleaned up pretty good. That stuff stained the paint in a few places, and the hood's kind of faded, but boy, she looks pretty good, I must say. She's a good looking truck. That yellow's even kind of growing on me, a little. Still got some rust spots down there in the rockers, but cleaned up pretty good. She's got, you know, a bit of a shedding problem. Most of that's out of the bed. Tell you what, it looks ugly, but it's solid. I dig it.
There you have it. She runs, she idles, she drives, she raises a little bit of hell, and she's pretty. What more could you ask for? Maybe a little more brake pedal, that would be nice. I mean, it slows it down, don't get me wrong. But I think if you were really in a bind, you're going to find out how good those just lap belts are. You know what I'm saying? Maybe next time we'll address that, and it needs an exhaust, because, whew, she is loud, and I mean loud. I guarantee you, the neighbors hate me. Here's what it is. Thanks for watching another episode of My Legacy Garage. We'll see you next time.